Hey gamers, before this video starts, I was a little depressed that day. I'm recording this little intro part 2 days later. I was a little depressed. I was a little upset with the birthday streams. I complained about them a lot, and then literally like 4 hours later the birthday streams ended. So just wanted to give this quick warning. I'm better, but enjoy the video. You'll know what I mean in a second. Bye. Oh, I'm back. It's been a little bit more than 1 week, so I can't do the it's been. I think it's been roughly 4 or 5 months since I last recorded some Paper Mario. Primarily because something's been going down. Oh man. So I have to do a couple different explanations here. I'm gonna pause so I don't hear Mario's pants. So if you're watching this series straight through, there's an interesting chance that you probably don't know what's been happening on my YouTube channel, which is fine. So I did a little birthday gimmick on my channel back on my birthday. That's typically when you do birthday gimmicks. Where I was turning 31, so for every $31 donated, I would extend the birthday stream by an hour. Now, I knew some of my viewers were a little cheeky, and I expected that at most it would last 2 weeks. That was my highest, pie in the sky guess. What happened was that it's still not over at the time of recording. I'm recording this on April 22nd. The new Paper Mario comes out May 26th. And I'm like, I think we're on day 71 of the birthday stream. But two things. A, I miss Paper Mario. B, I need to finish this before the new one comes out. C, I just refuse to stream this. I altogether refuse. This started as a pet project. This is just hey, I like Paper Mario a lot. Hopefully other people like it too. And I want it. It's harkens back to me to the days of old Let's Plays, especially ones I used to do, where you just shoot the shit for half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour, while talking about the game and stuff like that. And it's just I can't replicate that on stream, nor do I want to. But also for me, so D, this was also kind of my therapy, where I would just air my grievances and talk to no one, just be alone with my thoughts. And I'm gonna love with you, I fucking miss it. I miss just being alone when I record. I'm not a streamer, I'm a YouTuber, and I've been streaming for 4 fucking months straight. I miss it. I miss recording. It's so much simpler. Things are so much easier. I don't have to entertain a chat. I don't get anxiety if people in chat aren't talking. I just talk to myself and go. I don't remember what we're doing here, if you can believe it, after 4 or 5 months. So let me try and explore. I'm also going to forget every voice I gave to everyone, so I apologize for that in advance. But yeah, so I guess here's another thing. I'm pretty depressed right now. I'm not that depressed, but I'm in a funk. Whenever I ask for feedback on YouTube stuff, I feel like I usually get in a funk because, oh, that's right. Okay, we're going outside. I usually get in a funk because I never get enough feedback. So the way I've done it before, I've tried to get feedback from YouTube in 3 different ways, and I'll interrupt the story as I go to voice the characters in the cutscenes and stuff. But the way it works is that I've tried to do votes with the YouTube community tab. I've tried to do stuff in the Discord, and just recently I tried to do a thing where I listed out a bunch of things in the YouTube comment. I was like, all you have to do is like the comments. It's so easy. And it's not going well. Super cool looking. I want to drive it right now. I don't remember if I gave him that voice before, but that's definitely the voice that he should have. Oh no, what do we do? Someone's lifted the drawbridge. The train can't leave the station like this. Oh, I was supposed to do this because there was a cutscene and a pan and everything. Suspicious looking shadowy person wearing a hat going into the station. Must have gone down to the bridge control room to flip the switch there. But that switch hasn't been used in so long, I don't know where the control room is. So it's probably against protocol to ask a passenger to do this, but since you are the famous Mario and all, could you go and find that switch and throw it? Sure thing. Really? That would be super. Haha, Super Mario, get it? Here's the station key. Oh, thank you so much. Is that supposed to be stomach growling? I've been cooped up in there breathing stale air too long. I wanted to go out and take a walk so I could build up an appetite for dinner. I don't think I gave him that voice last time, but again, it just feels right. So I'm going to try and change my monitor setup real quick. I'm having a thing with my computers, so I have 2 monitors, but one of them is significantly newer than the other one. And I think I've been getting some like screen tearing on my older monitor. So it's just kind of thrown me for a little bit of a loop. I forget, how did I... this is an important one, because I feel like I had a good voice for him, and I want to try and remember it. You may be thinking, Nick, why didn't you just watch the last video before this? And you know, shut up, how about that? My dear Luigi, our suspect was not... no, it was nasally, right? Hold on. My dear... Nope, that's Kermit. Oh, my dear Luigi... Fuck, how did I do this? Hold on. It's there, I can feel it. It's so worth it too, because everyone definitely deeply cares what the voice I do. My dear Louis. Nope, that's still Kermit. It's just because there's green on the screen doesn't mean I have to do Kermit. I'm trying to do like Squidward nasally. Let me try and hold my nose for it. My dear Luigi, our suspect was not only a fake zip toad, he was some monstrous being in a white sheet, which was exactly as I suspected. Too bad he gave us the slip like that, though. He was rather a slippery sort. We could have questioned him about all that Beldam business. What? Metagross? Metang? This is Riverside Station. We've stopped to refuel. There's a quaint drawbridge here when pleasure boats cruise the canal. It hasn't been used since the canal was dried up and turned to pasture. All right, let's get in there. But yeah, so I'm trying to gather feedback, and basically the premise is that I can't keep recording 15 different games. Also, great, what a good thing to replace that item. I can't keep recording 15 different games and then not finishing any of them. So I was like, okay, unfortunately some of these are going to have to get canceled. So I put all of the ones that were potentially going to get canceled on a basically all listed out in the comments, and I was like, hey, like the comments that show a game that you want me to keep playing, and I'll keep playing it, and or you know, whatever gets more results, I'll keep playing. And I put Paper Mario on that list. This is gonna be a reveal specifically for the people who are watching these videos. Paper Mario was never gonna get canceled. It was never gonna get canceled. The only thing that I was stuck on is I didn't know if I was gonna be able to finish this before the new one comes out, and I'm going to make a valiant effort here. I've got about a month to go, so I'm going to try my best. But but I was never going to cancel it. But then Paper Mario is also like the #1 game people want me to keep playing. But also the last like 3 Paper Mario videos in a row got like 30 views to 50 when they came out. But then also I've had more people asking when I'm going to finish Paper Mario than any other series I've done in like the last year. And I'm like, I'm so confused, because like this is the one that people want to see the most. Like they like it, they comment about it, and then the views don't do that well. But also it means I must be doing something right with this series. Somehow you guys continue to want to watch me complain. So I think that's great. Thank you. But it's very close to my heart, and I just like I said, I really like just being a self-contained like talk to myself thing. Also, we're about 10 minutes in. I looked away for a second to look at the timer. We're like 10 minutes in. It's really nice to know that I haven't lost it. I was worried that after streaming for so long that I was going to be like, oh man, what if I can't, what if I don't do it well anymore? Like, what if I like don't know how to talk to myself for a long time? And I was like, oh, never mind. Turns out that's like riding a bike. I can't get rid of that skill, which makes sense because I've been doing this shit for like 12 years now. This is a rough puff. Don't confuse them with dark puffs. Although I don't think the world would end if you did confuse them. But anyway, I love this game. Max AP is 7, attack is 4, and defense is 0. They swoop at you or charge themselves with electricity before unleashing lightning. Oh, and if you touch them while they're charged, you'll get a shock. Okay. Alright, so I'm doing a danger build, clearly, because I have 5 fucking HP. So I think I know what I'm doing here. Like, I think my It's all about my health. Oh, and a super guard. The first dodge when I get back after 5 months and I get a super guard. Yeah, he's cracked. Let's go. I should also mention before I continue with my depressing YouTube woes that, like I said, I've been bummed out. But then, like, the second that I started this game and I heard, like, the Paper Mario, like, opening title theme, like, a little smile cracked across my face. And I was like, okay, everything's gonna be alright. So just thought you guys might appreciate that. So I've been trying to get feedback and stuff like that, and I'm just not getting that much. It's like, how do I put this? I know that there are different levels to, like, following someone and being a fan of someone. Didn't get it that time. Uh-oh. Maybe you shouldn't have Mario in the front. Maybe that's a bad idea. Although, I forget, isn't this how I get my attack even higher? But yeah, what I was gonna say is so like the video where I directly asked for help, where I was like, hey, I need feedback. That video got, at the time of recording, it's got about 100 views. I'm like, that's fine. I don't really care about the views on that. It's more of a call to action. It's got about 100 views, and then the highest amount of likes on one, like, post in the comments is 11. I'm like, I have a 1/10 like call to action rate. That's terrible. And I'm sure that's like that, like, YouTube wide. I'm sure that's not, like, unique to me, but it still hurts. It's still like, I just need feedback. I just need to know what you guys want me to play. Like, like, in my head, I'm like, I thought you would jump at this chance to, like, actually control what games, like, I keep playing. Like, if you're like, oh man, that was a really fun game and he's not gone back to it, man, I hope he plays more of it. But, like, I can't, you know, how do I know that? I'm not a mind reader, and, like, my YouTube analytics are more broken than ever. So the way I've been doing the birthday stream is that I'll stream it first, and then it'll become a members only video, and then I'll release it normally like a normal video. But because of that, it means that, like, the views and the likes and the watch time and all those metrics are split across the stream VOD from, like, the actual, like, oh, day whatever of the birthday stream, and then, that, you know, I made, like, that's the VOD, and it's got multiple games in it. And then there's, like, the separate video by itself. And I think that's also just, like, hurting my self-esteem, because, like, some of the videos will do badly, but then the streams will do well. But I'm like, I need them both to do well. It's been a lot. It's just been a lot to go through. And I think it's definitely taking a toll on my mental health in, like, not a good way. Like, I don't know. I just, like, so I saw this. Scared me. Okay. Feeling fine. I mean, you know, makes your partner immune to poison or dizziness. Okay. So it's frustrating because, like, I want to keep making content that people want me to, or want to watch, but I also want to balance that with games that, like, I want to play. And I think that balance can be struck, but it's so hard to find out which ones specifically people want to see. Like, even just, like, directly asking, I can't get enough info. And then there's, like, different people. There's, like, some people where it's like, okay, you know, I only watch a couple of your series, but I really enjoy you as a content creator, all that, and it's fun, and, you know, I'm happy to keep watching that stuff. Then there's people who it's like, Nick, I will watch anything that you put out. I am ride or die Wrath of Zalis. And then there's people who I don't know what they are, because they don't comment, they don't, I don't know if they like the videos or not. They, and, like, I'll be like, hey, what do you want to see? And then they won't answer. And so I'm like, I don't know what they want. I'm just kind of guessing. And when it comes down to guessing, it means that I have to base these decisions on, like, okay, well, which video did the best views? Like, which one continued to have good views? Like, besides, like, part 1, 2, and 3. And it's like, it's such a guessing game, and it's so annoying. Someone, it was actually one of my mods, Sean, recently brought up, when I brought this up to my mods, I was talking about, it's like, man, it's been very hard to get this feedback. Oh fuck, I realized I didn't get the tattle. That's why I, like, tried to stop to make my damage less. But he brought up, it's like, oh, it sounds like from these analytics that it would be better for you if you just, like, kept doing, like, the first part of a series and then not continuing it. And, like, that's actually, yes. like really. I know he said it as a joke, but, like, genuinely, like, it's easier on YouTube to, like, you'll do better if you just keep playing, like, the first game in, like, a series. That's just how it works. Oh, maybe I did already have the title for him. I think I did, because I think they appeared maybe the first 20 floors of the Pit of 100 Trials. But Yes, and I hate that. Like, as a completionist, I really don't like leaving my series unfinished. Unless it's for, like, a good reason. Like, unless I'm like, oh, I'm just not having fun, or it's, like, I'm not having fun and it's not doing well, then I'm like, alright, we don't have to keep playing it, it's fine. But, like, when it's specifically, like, I'm having fun, the audience is having fun, it's doing well, like, I don't like leaving them unfinished. But then it's like, it's one of those things where it's like diminishing returns. Like, we're in part 29 of this series. That's ridiculous. Like, there are entire games that will, like, go from start to finish, and it'll be, like, 7 parts. And we're on 28. So it's just very, I don't know. It's tough. Like, I know that, too. Like, I know going into this, though, I'm going to get diminishing returns. But I still enjoy it, and the audience seems to enjoy it, so I want to keep playing. But man, is it hard. It's so hard to balance that in my head. It's just been a lot. Like, I get so, like, focused on my stuff sometimes that, like, how do I put this differently? There's, so I've been doing a game series recently, or a couple times, where it's Poke Rogue, where it's like a game you can play right in your browser. You can play on mobile, you can play on console, or not console. You can play on mobile, or you can play on PC. And you basically just make an account and you go. It's free. There's no, like, you don't have to do anything. And I am having a fucking blast with it. It's a lot of fun. And I streamed, I want to say, like, a total of 16 hours of it in like 3 or 4 days. Which is crazy, but I was like, oh man, it's a lot of fun. I'm having fun. The YouTube chat's enjoying it. Like, the streams are doing well as I play it. The first VOD did pretty well, and then, like, part 2, 3, 4, all doing worse and worse and worse. And I'm just like, man, I was having such a good time, and it seems so fun. And it's like, I can't get people to watch it. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, and then I got some comments in the Discord, or maybe during the stream, where people were saying, like, it seems like it's more of a stream game. And I'm like, that's fine, I guess, but, like, not really, because I need to hammer it home. I am a YouTuber first, streamer second. Like, if it were up to me, I would just record videos, and, like, if I streamed, it would be like a fun, like, once in a while thing, maybe like once a month, once every couple weeks. It'd be like just a chance to, like, catch up with the viewers and stuff like that. But I don't want to do it only that, and then, like, the videos are secondary, which is what I have been doing for like 4 months. So it's like it's taking a hit, because I'm actively going against the way I want to run my channel. But it seems like people are enjoying it, and, like, I guess that's what it comes down to. Like, if people are like, oh man, all this streaming has been so much fun, then, like, who am I to, like, tell them they're wrong? Like, or tell them that, like, no, it's not that fun. And also, I think I'm specifically not going to release this video immediately, even to members. I think I'm just going to hold on to this, because I don't want people to, like, think I'm this negative about the birthday streams, because it's not all negative. It's been a lot of fun, and obviously the quiet part out loud, it's been very profitable, which is nice. I have not used those funds yet. I've just been... That's a different thing I'll talk about in a second. So I haven't really used any of the money from the birthday streams yet, because I've been trying to save for a car. That's, like, the main goal originally, and I mean, still. And I finally have, like, enough where I could, like, probably afford, like, a used car, and I just, like, I'm so paralyzed. Or I'm like, I haven't had a car in like 4 years. The last car I had just constantly broke down in, like, public intersections because I was an asshole. And I just don't have, like, I think I'm now realizing that I maybe have just a tiny, just small, little tiny, eeny weeny bit of PTSD from having my car break down in an intersection 3 different times. And I'm scared to, like, buy a car and then have it, like, be another break. I'm scared to, like, have to register it again and start paying insurance, and, like, what if I'm not a good driver anymore? Like, what if after all of these, like, after how many, like 3 or 4 years now, what if I'm a bad driver now? And I have so much anxiety about it, and I think that's, like, preventing me from, like, and it's just like buying a car. It's like, it's something I'm doing kind of on my own, and it scares me. I don't know. It just seems so intense. I did want to bring this up because I think it's I think it's worth noting. So one of the things I've done with the birthday stream money is that I was talking to my dad, same dad from the Game Boy SP thing in the earlier video. Same dad. I mean, with me that could be a different thing, but yeah. But I was talking to him and we were catching up, and he was saying that he mentions, I think, a comment about like how he's trying to clean his house because he's like looking for bottles to like go turn in and like recycle. He said something like every bit counts, and I was like, wait, what? You're searching for bottles to deposit? Like, not like doing it as you go, but like specifically searching for bottles to try and find extra cash. So, which, if you've been poor, that's very real and stands out. That's a spiky Parabuzzy. It's a Buzzy with spiked wings. Max HP is 5, attack is 3, and defense is 4. Hey, the same stats as a normal Buzzy. Fire and explosions don't work on Buzzies in case you've forgotten. And this one flies in the air and has a spike. What a total pain. So you'd better use an item or a special move. I think I'm now realizing in real time that I think I have the spike shield equipped and I haven't been using it on these spiked enemies. But we're going to find out together right now if I have it on. Okay, I don't have the spike shield on. I'm glad I tested it. Why would I not have the spike shield? This is like the most useful place to put it on. Alright, whatever. It's fine. Who can hit in the air? I think Vivian can hit in the air. Yeah, do this one. Oh, no, wait, it's immune to fire. So then this isn't gonna... Oh, I have the buttons reversed. I forgot I did that. Do I really not have a way to take you out? That was a mistake on my part. That's just dynamite. I think it's... Did it say they're immune to explosions? I don't remember. Pow block won't work because it's in the air. Fire pop is not active. Sleepy sheep. Let's try a sleepy sheep. Oh, okay. I guess they don't sleep. Gonna need to figure this out. Didn't I just beat one of them? Am I crazy? I thought I killed one instantly. I don't know what... I mean, I don't think Bobbery can reach. Maybe if I do Bomb and Bast again. Also, aren't they immune to explosions? How do I beat this thing? Oh, but it takes its wings out. Okay. That actually is worth it. Gimme that flower. Fuck. Oh, but yeah, so I was talking about my dad. I was like, okay, well, that's a sign that he's not doing well. So then I asked him, I was like, are you having some money problems? And he was like, yeah, it's pretty bad. And I was like, well, can I help you out? To which he responded like, no, I couldn't take your money. I think he specifically said I would feel like a failure. And I was like, why would you feel like a failure? What? Doesn't even make any sense. Like, I'm able to give you money because you raised me. Like, this is like tending to a crop. Like, you planted the seeds, you watered them, you made sure the soil was healthy, and now you're reaping the benefits. That's parenting. Some people have kids specifically to do that. Like, I don't know why you have such a hard stance on this. I argued with this fucking man for, I don't know, an hour and a half. But my dad does a thing where he likes to change the subject whenever it's something difficult. I'm sure nobody else can relate to this. That's that old school, old person thing of like, I don't have the capacity to talk about this, so I'm just going to change the subject because it's too hard for me to talk about. And I wasn't having none of that. So I just, like, every time he tried to change the subject, I was just like, but I was like, no, hold on, let's go back to this, and just kept drilling it home until finally I got him to it. And I was like, listen, I'm about to Venmo you a sum of money, and I'm very generous. So unless you give me a number, I'm just gonna send you what I think it will be appropriate no matter how much you need, and then we'll go from there. He's like, you can't do that. I'm like, oh, of course I can. So I finally got him to admit to it, and he was like, I mean, $600 could help, because he was like struggling to pay rent on his house. He was like, I mean, $600 would do it. And he was like, I feel terrible about this. And I was like, you don't need to feel terrible. Like, Jesus Christ, just take the fucking money. So then I Venmoed him $1,200 because from the instant he said it, I knew if I get this man to admit a number, he will not give me the number he actually needs. I know he won't, because I wouldn't. And he's the one who raised me. I know I would be exactly as stubborn. And so I did a double just to make sure. So I just Venmoed my dad $1,200 just to help with rent. Now, I don't share that to show how good of a person I am, because you guys know that. I don't need to explain it to you. I do show it. I do that just so I can show how good of a person I am, because I'm ultimately a vain person and I do things for glory. That's not entirely untrue, but also not entirely true. It's tough. That's a tough one. Also, there's too many enemies here. I don't want to deal with all of you. I forgot about Zesty. I like that a lot. But yeah, so that took a little bit of a ding on my car plans. Just cause, I mean, not really, but it did give me less maneuverability, I guess. So I did that, and like I literally just like he was like, man, he was like, I'll pay you back. He didn't say man. My dad, we don't have that kind of relationship where he's like, man. I'm sorry, I'm like, no. But he was like, I'll absolutely pay you back. I was like, why would you pay me back? This is just rent. He was like, what? And I was like, remember when so I don't know if I've told this story in the Paper Mario series, but I mean some older viewers probably know this. But when I used to work at an overnight convenience store, and they got bought out by 7-Eleven, and then I worked while it was 7-Eleven for like maybe 2 years or so, and then the owners sold it to 7-Eleven. Like they sold the store because it was franchised, and we were gonna have to reapply if we want to keep our jobs. And they made it clear, it's like, Nick, you've been working with us for so long, and like you've had nothing but like an excellent you've been like nothing but excellent at your job, but so it's just more of a formality. And I was like, but I think that means I'm getting laid off. And I was like, I could use that as an excuse to just get laid off and then collect unemployment while I go search for a new job. It was basically like I'd been there for 8 years, and I was like, this seems like a good time to leave. This seems like a good chance to get out of this. So I did. And while I was doing that, after like a couple months, a couple different things happened. I tried to finish my degree because I was only missing 2 courses. I took 2 online community courses, or community college courses from my old community college. I got a C on one of them, and I got an A on the other. The one I got an A on, I basically did all of the work right like a week before the end of the semester. This is true. I did every little bit of it right at the end of the semester. And I think I wrote like, I want to say 12 different papers, all within the span of like a week. And it was all in U.S. history, which oddly enough, I do now feel like my U.S. history is better because I like crammed so much into a week. I like had to learn all of that. It was specifically, I think it was mostly about like the Civil War was when a lot of it was. Hey, if you've never studied up on the Civil War, from like, and I want to say this in the nicest way possible while also being a scathing dig. If you read up on the Civil War from the northern side, because that's one of those things where you can get 2 very different accounts of the Civil War depending on which part of the country you learned it in. But if you learn it from that side, it mirrors a lot of today in some very stupid ways, which upset me. I'm not going to get into that. That's not what this is about. But yeah, so I did that. In the other class, I just got a C because I just didn't do that well. And realistically, I wasn't paying it as much time as I could. So I took U.S. history and I took world history, and I took world history 1 and U.S. history 2. So like I was more focused on U.S. history 2 because it was a higher level course. And world history 1, I think I'd taken world history a couple different times between like high school and college, so I thought it would be a breeze. I was wrong. I underestimated it. Right, just underestimated it, and I failed. And that's or not failed. I got a C, which for all intents. But then when I went to go to my college and I was like, here are these credits. They're like, oh, we only accept. This is a real thing they said. We only accept transfer credits if it's a C+ or better. And I'm like, what? I'm like, what? And they were like, yeah. I'm like, I told like 4 different people at my college about this. And I told them my plans, and every single one of them was like, yeah, yeah. And not a single person was like, hey, be sure to get a C+ or better, or it's not going to count. Not a single person. So I felt a little betrayed in my college. I was missing 5 credits, even though each class was 3 credits for my degree, and they weren't. And I wasn't getting a degree in history like you might be thinking here. I got a degree I was going for a degree in English writing, and I specifically was like, I specifically said, or I was like, literally none of my classes I needed, like I didn't need anything for English. Sorry, I was taking so long to say that. None of my courses I needed were for English. They were all just like general education. Like I had all of my English writing, like college level courses, like that were required done. So like I met the requirements for the English part of the degree, but I just didn't have a total number of credits. And so when I didn't get it, I fucked that up. I don't think I've ever done that attack. So when I didn't get it, I was pretty upset. I was like, this is so stupid. Like, I literally met the requirements for my degree. And you guys are just saying, no, but not on a technicality. I've told the story to other people I've met, like, since then. And I think one person told me, it's like, oh, I did that, and they just, like, gave me the degree. They, like, saw that it was clearly ridiculous, and they were like, okay, well, we'll make an exception. And I specifically went to the dean of the English department, and he did not make an exception after I asked him for one. So I'm like... So, you know, I'm 2 credits away from my degree. I don't think I'm ever going to go for it because I'm pretty slighted, but that's certainly fun. Someone told me recently that I should probably try and like reach out to them and just see like if enough time has passed, just give me the fucking degree. But we'll see. But basically, all of that was to say that when I was unemployed, I tried to get my degree and take some classes and stuff like that, and spent $2,500 out of pocket to try and pay for these courses. I didn't want to take any more loans. I've got enough of those. I was like, I'll just pay for it. And then didn't get the degree, which is a pretty upsetting feeling. And it got me pretty bad. But the main reason I was trying to do that is that I got an offer to go teach English in China, which is not that rare of an offer. I don't know if it was, I don't know if they're still called this, but it was for, I think it was called English First, maybe, or something like that. I forget what it was. But it was, it was just like, well, you know, what else can I do? I don't really, you know, I haven't really built myself up for anything. I like don't know what I have the skills for. So I was like a little bit like, well, this is really all I can do. And so, but they like needed a degree. So that's why I was trying to go back for my degree. You know, it's like stalling the job offer and stuff like that because like I didn't have the qualifications. And so after doing that, I basically had to not take the job. But because of that, this is all going to lead back into it, I swear. When I was trying to, like, when I was unemployed and I was paying for college and a bunch of other things, I think I had another, like, fucking huge multi-$1,000 car, like, repair thing. Like, I had to get my car fixed, and it cost me, like, multiple thousands of dollars. And so, like, I told my dad, I was like, Dad, I can't keep paying my share of the rent because, like, I'm on unemployment. Like, I'm making half of what I made, like, when I worked, and I am trying to do these courses and trying to like get a better job, and just like I need, like, especially if I'm gonna try and go to China, I need to save up some money before I go, so that I'm not just like in a foreign country with no money. Like, and he understood that, and so he covered my cost of the rent for a couple months, and I think I did. He did eventually, when all of that fell through, he gave me like 2 months after like I learned I didn't get the job, and then he was like, I need you to pay rent again. I was like, no, that's more than fair. But I think I did eventually pay him back for the rent, but I told him I didn't. When I just recently gave him the money, I just told him that I was just paying for the rent that he covered during that time. One thing that kind of bothered me about that was that he didn't remember doing that, and it wasn't that long ago. It was only like 4 or 5 years ago, and he didn't remember covering my rent. Which, it's starting to get a little tough to kind of manage. I don't really remember this puzzle. I think my dad is slowly getting older, is really the best way I can put that. But what am I missing here? I don't remember this puzzle at all. But yeah, it's been rough. So like he didn't remember that I did that, but also I think I paid him back anyway. But I basically just wanted to pay him back and let him know that you know, it's okay. Or not, sorry, I didn't want to pay him back. I wanted to give him a little bit of help, and it was important that he knew that that was just a thing that a kid can do for their parents. Oh, I think I got it now. So that's where some of that money went. I don't remember why I originally got on this topic. Oh, it was just the birthday streams, right? But they've been, I think this is why I really desperately needed these videos, because as I'm talking through it, I'm like, oh, I'm starting to realize a couple of reasons why I might be depressed. It's starting to become a little bit more obvious now. But it's been tough. Just like, I don't know, work is fine. My work kind of doesn't change, really. Is that the original one? I don't think so. I think the original one's red. Is that our 4th sound effect one? Wait, didn't I already get this one? And I sold it? I thought I did that. Types. Let me see this. Oh, I have fire drive too, but I think that doesn't work on all the enemies here. Those buzzies are a real pain in the ass. Okay. I have 3 different attack effects. Not the one for Hooktail still, though. Cool. Sweet. But yeah, it's I don't know. It's between working like full days and then immediately after work, like literally leave work at 5, start streaming at 5, and then I get done at like 7 or 8 or 9 or 10 at night, and it's tough. It's been using like all of my free time, and it's like, and then on top of that, I think I'm doing well, and like with YouTube, and then like I get some things do well, and then I ask for feedback and I get nothing. It's just mentally, it's a lot right now. There's a lot going on, and that's none of your guys' faults. Well, it's none of your guys' fault. I don't, for the sake of argument. But no, it's genuinely not your guys' fault. You guys are just supporting a streamer. But it's been pretty tough. And I'm getting through it. It's fine. I think I'm also just like, it's one of those times where it's just like, sometimes you just get depressed for a little bit. Sometimes you just you get a little stressy depressy for like a day or two, and then you bounce back. And I'm sure I'm in that right now. But I always notice when I'm about to get depressed, and I think this kind of feeds into itself as well. The 2 signs that I always notice are, I let my laundry pile up, like, bad. So I'm currently doing laundry right now, in case you're curious. While I'm recording this, I'm gonna immediately go change it out after this. And I always like I don't shave my head. Like I like being bald. I do. I think it's fine. Like now that I've accepted it, you know. Like obviously it wasn't my first choice, but I think I pull it off, and I think I'm okay with it. But like, and I've talked about this a lot too. The whole like, oh, nobody tells you have to shave your head. But you get it. But I've had to. I just like will get really, really lazy with shaving my head. It's like, and those are like my signs to myself. I'm like, oh, I'm getting depressed because I'm not taking care of myself. I'm like, I should be better about that. But here we are. Here's me taking better care of myself. We're doing some therapy. But yeah, I don't know. The overall theme today is that some stuff's going on with my dad. Work is about to ramp up at the same time that the birthday streams continue to go. Like I launched a game in not me personally, but I helped launch a game in January, end of January, early February, and I had to take 2 weeks off in the birthday streams to do that, and and it was just stressful because like normally after I launch a game I'd take a vacation because it's very stressful and takes a lot of time. Instead, I just like immediately went back to what is now my second job, and I did take 5 days off at some point. Like I took a vacation from work for like a full like 9 days because 2 weekends, but I only took the weekdays off for the streams because I like felt guilty about it. And oh, it's the s'mores. Whoa, Mario! What are these things doing here? They're disgusting. These are such a weird enemy because they have nothing to do with the plot. They just happen to be here. You think these gross things flip the switch? Let's hurry up and find out so we can switch back. Hello, gentlemen. But yeah, it's just been like I took some time off. I don't think I took enough, because the other thing you have to remember is that I took 2 weeks off for Christmas break. I took the week before Christmas, and then I just got the week off for Christmas. And I didn't get to rest because I was just streaming the entire time. So I think I'm like severe. Like my PTO is currently like accruing. Like I've got like a week and a half worth of like vacation days, which is insane. I take my vacation days like as soon as I get 5 days, I'm like, all right, it's time for a vacation. I like never save it up, and I'm like actually starting to save it up, and it's weird, and I don't like it because it means I'm working so hard I don't feel like I can take a break off. But anyway, I launched a game in early or late January, early February, and then I also am about to launch a game at the end of May, the exact same time that the new Paper Mario comes out. So that's gonna be very, very stressful. Not new Paper Mario, I guess the remastered Paper Mario. And then the month after that, or actually literally the same weekend that we're launching this game, I have to go to Carlos's fucking bachelor party. That like launch weekend, I have to go to his bachelor party. And then a month later, I have to go to his wedding, and I'm so fucking stressed about it. This fucking idiot put his fucking wedding on 4th of July weekend. Do you know how stressful that is? I've told him a lot. This isn't me like talking behind his back. I've told him a lot. And I'm just like, I've got so much stress, and I can't release it, and I just keep accruing more and more as my life gets busier and busier. And I'm like, that's the main reason why the birthday stream was a horrible fucking idea. I think it's been a good idea mostly, like, and there has been a lot of fun with it. I really, really don't want to like make like the only reminders about it be a bad thing. It's just at the worst fucking time in my life when work is super busy, my life is super busy, and I've got so much going on. It is the absolute worst fucking time for me to do this, because with YouTube videos I can record for like an hour by myself, you know, render it, post it for members only. By the way, if you come member only, you can watch videos early, and then that's it. And then I can just like, but like when I'm streaming, it's like a multi-hour commitment. I have to be on the entire time. I have to engage with people live. It's so draining and stressful. That's why I like doing it every once in a while, or when like I really, really want to do it. Hey, thanks a lot, Mario. Now you guys are rolling. I love the just like complete shifts. The day's just passing you on by. Hurry all aboard, everybody. Have a good trip. But also take everything I'm saying with like a grain of like, I'm clearly not doing well. So like in the moment, this is how I feel, but that's not how I feel overall. A lot of my opinions and stuff are going to change as I feel better and get healthier and get more of my like take better care of myself. And the other thing is like everyone just says, "Oh, Nick, just take time off whenever you want it," and like they're right, but also no, because the entire thesis of this birthday stream is that I just have to keep going. Yo, G-Money, it's me, King K, your homie from the Glitz Pit. I know you remember me, dog. How you doing? What, you off KOing fools left and right somewhere else? Still living large in the minor league, but I'm keeping busy. You know how it is. I gotta thank you again for convincing me to stay, dog. You fired me up good. So you ever gonna chill again or what? Are we just gonna meet in the ring? Careful, dog. Next time you're gonna be on the King K. I'm gonna be way better. Keep it real, King K. Hell yeah, King K. I'm sorry that you're very like artifacted. I don't know why that image is so bad. It's been a lot happening in my life at once, and I don't feel like I'm handling it well. All aboard! But that's not your guys' problem. Let's go. But I've been wanting to make sure I record in this because I wanted to get some thoughts out while also recording content. I don't know if this is a good video. I genuinely don't. I don't know if like me bitching about my life is good content, but gonna do it anyway, because at the end of the day, this is for me. And if you happen to enjoy it too, hell yeah. You love to see it. Attention all passengers. Thank you for riding the XS Express. Our next stop is our last Poshley Heights. Cool. I bet nothing bad will happen when I go to sleep. Oh, I think there might have been shit I could do if I go back and talk to people before nighttime. I don't remember. Ah, new day. Such a totally cool and brisk morning. How could you know that? The window is closed. How could you? You can't know it's brisk. You can know it's a beautiful morning, sure, but you can't know it's brisk. You don't know what the temperature is. You fucking poser. You liar. I do think that's probably where we're going to wrap up. Because we got a boss fight coming, and I gotta go change my laundry over. And also my lunch break is up. Because, I'm recording this during my work day. I'm on my lunch break. Which means I didn't get a chance to rest. Because I have to do 2 jobs. I'm kidding. This is actually very nice. Thank you. I don't know why I'm thanking you guys. All you did was watch a video. But still, thank you. Thank you for watching. I'm glad you guys still have so much interest in the Paper Mario series. I don't think me is the reason you're here. I think you're just here for Paper Mario, which is fine. I'm also here for Paper Mario. But oh, did I forget to add one of the crystal stars? How many crystal stars do I have right now? I don't actually know. I'm looking at the thumbnail on the right, and I'm like, shouldn't there be one more there? I don't remember how to check that. Sure. Oh wait, yeah. Hold on. There's 6, right? Oh, I never added Cortez's. Cortez is the blue star. Oh, I gotta do that. Maybe I'm not gonna do it for this video because then this won't make sense. But I'll add it. I'll add it before the next one. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for letting me have therapy. Like just talk to no one. But oh man, it is genuinely cathartic. It's really nice to just air that out. I should get a therapist, but I don't have the money or the time. But this is my therapy. It's fun. But yeah, it's been nice both to play more Paper Mario, like genuinely, like I meant it when I opened up the game and I heard that opening title theme. I was like, I just let go like 10% of my stress just like right there, and then after airing it out, I feel much better. I think I'll be fine. I get a stream today. I think I'll be okay though. I think this will make it so that I'll be in a better mood. Which is nice because I was worried we'd have another Beyblade stream. If you know, you know. But yeah, I'm glad you guys are still enjoying this. I do intend to finish this before. I tend to finish this before the new one comes out. What might happen is that I might not release them all before the new one comes out. Not because I'm like specifically trying to like, you know, do fuck shit, but because with all the birthday streams I have to do and like trying to maintain like a good release schedule. Because these videos, as I mentioned, I didn't realize you guys still wanted to see these because the views weren't very good. So how could I have known? So don't forget to like this video to affirm that you're like, yes, Nick, please more of this. But yeah, I don't know if I'm going to release all these publicly before the new one comes out. But I think I'd like to make sure that it's finished at least for members before then. Because I want to be done with the game. So like I'll record. But then like I can't release like, you know, 12 of these in a row because that would be bad for my YouTube stuff. But this is, I guess, the warning one is that by the time you see this, probably it might be a good time to become a member because there's $2. It's just $2. Do it for a month or 2 just to see the end of the series before the new one comes out. But I do plan to play the new one at launch, even if it's only like for 1 or 2 streams. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. We got a boss fight next time. Woo! It's gonna be exciting. So thank you guys. I'll see you later.